Hello and welcome to my review of Cypher for the Chaos Space Marines. Yes, it's true, you can take him in your Space Marine army or you can take him in your Chaos Space Marine army, and that is why I'm doing the review for him here. I haven't done a review for him for quite a while, actually since 7th edition. When I got him, he was in the Triumvirate of the Primarch box set with Rabute Gilliman and I think Chapter Master Voldus for the Grey Knights. I think that set was £55 or maybe even £60. But anyway, he was in that set and that's when I got him. And as you can see, he's a fully painted model. No, I'm going to have him as a loyalist. I'm not going to have him as Chaos Space Marine. But the sword on his back is pretty decent. I don't think he can actually use it though. But I think that is Lionel Johnson's sword. I think. Don't quote me on that, but there we go. You can get him separately, as I say, for £20. Let's have a little look at him if we can. I've turned the brightness up on the light as maximum as possible. Of course, it's, you know, no consolidation for like a grey model, unfortunately. But I chose to spray him, so there we go. You can see his awesome looking plasma pistol. And then he's got his bolt pistol there. His armor is quite unique. It's you know, very old. It's got some straps on it. He's hooded. You can barely see his face. He's got a skull there and a skull on his knee. He's got this cloak which is a bit tattered. He's got this big sword there. It's pretty huge. I mean, is it as big as a Baden's sword? Yeah. Basically the same size as a Baden's sword. Yeah, so there you go. Then you've got this really old archaic power plant on the back, and the plasma pistol, it looks like you can see the workings of it. It looks like looks almost like an Architect pistol. And then he's got some chains there and this armor plate over his cape too, so shrouded in mystery. What I'll do first of all is just go through some size comparisons. So you saw a Chaos Space Marine. I'll do some couple of size comparisons with Imperial models, of course, not just the Chaos stuff, but compared to a standard Chaos Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine is a little bit taller than him, which is slightly odd, but still this Chaos Space Marine is a bit tall actually. Let's see, let's find a shorter guy. Maybe this guy? Yeah. Only a little bit taller from a normal guy. Normal Chaos Space Marine. I wanted to do a comparison with the Demonkin Master of Possession, which is, yeah, a bit taller as well. Then another sort of caped Crusader, as it were, the Dark Apostle. Similar sort of height they are. Chaos Space Marine Terminator, fair bit bigger and chunkier. Look how big he is compared to the Terminator. And then finally a Baden, which I just then had him on screen, but look, as you can see, a Baden absolutely dwarfs Cypher. Good little match up there, but there we go. So hopefully you can see him and he's not just appearing as a black blob on your screen, but this is my favourite part of the review where I'll go through all of his rules. So he's an HQ choice, of course. You can have him in your Space Marine army, but for Chaos you can take him as an HQ choice. He's a power points cost of a 4 and a points cost of 80, so he's pretty cheap, and that includes his war gear, of course, so that's quite cheap for this character, 80 points. Let's go through his stat line. For some reason he moves 1 inch faster than everybody else. He moves 7 inches, which is probably the main reason why nobody's ever caught up with him and grabbed him and took the sword off him, because he can move that 1 inch faster than everyone. Every other Space Marine, that is. Maybe Slaanesh Space Marines will catch up to him one day. His weapon skill and ballistic skill are both a blisteringly fast 2+. His strength is 4, his toughness 4, he's got 5 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 9 and a save of 3+. So it's a very decent stat line. His toughness and strength are normal for a Space Marine. It's nice that he's got 5 wounds, it's nice that he's got 4 attacks, and his leadership's quite high too. Cypher is a single model armed with his unique pistols, a bolt pistol and a plasma pistol, frag grenades and crack grenades. Only one of this model may be included in your army. Now these are named weapons, so you've got Cypher's bolt pistol, which is a 16-inch pistol 3, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1 weapon, and Cypher's plasma pistol, which is a 12-inch pistol 2, strength 8, AP -3, damage 2. Now that is a pistol that Khan is jealous of. Khan's plasma pistol does get hot, and it's only one shot, whereas Cypher's doesn't get hot, and it's 2 shots. So there you go. Kind of a mine's bigger than yours pistol. Frag grenades and crack grenades are just normal. It's not, he can't blow himself up with his own grenades or avoid that. Frag grenade is 6-inch range, grenade D6, strength 3, AP 0 and damage of 1, and crack grenade is 6-inch range, grenade 1, strength 6, AP -1 and a damage D3. So the main reason you get him for this small points cost of 80, his abilities: Mysterious Protection. Cypher has a 4+ invulnerable save. Okay, so that's good. 3+ normal, 4+ invulnerable. In addition, roll a d6 if Cypher is slain. On a roll of 2+, Cypher's model is still removed from play, but he is not considered to have been slain for the purposes of any mission victory conditions. So basically, on a 2+, your opponent isn't going to be getting any recognition for killing him. So just ignore him. Lord Cypher, you can re-roll hit rolls of 1 made for friendly fallen units within 6 inches of Cypher. That's pretty good, and that's the main reason why you take him. You'd get a fallen unit, and as long as they're within 6 inches of him, they're going to get that re-roll hit rolls of 1s. Not re-roll all of them, but re-roll of 1s, which is pretty good. Blazing Weapons. Cypher can use his pistols in your shooting phase even if he has advanced or fallen back in the same turn. That's pretty good. So he can move, advance, and then still use those pistols. No One's Puppet. Cypher cannot use the demonic ritual ability even though he has the chaos and character keywords. So he's no one's puppet, he can't summon anybody. There you go. Keywords: Imperium, Chaos, Fallen, character, infantry, Cypher. So there you go. I think he's a very decent little model. He's quite fast. He's got those pistols that could do a fair bit of damage. The only thing he's lacking is any kind of melee ability, even though he's got that whopping great big sword on his back. He's just got normal attacks. He hasn't even got a melee weapon, which does suck a little bit, but those pistols do give a bit of a sting, especially the plasma pistol. Would have been nice if he had another ability, like a character killer ability, or fate is what we make kind of ability, where you know, he can alter the course of the game at some point after a certain number of turns or after something happens in the game. But still, there we go. He is an HQ choice for your Chaos Space Marine army if you wish to take him as this. If you were interested, how does he stack compared to a Chaos Lord? Exactly the same stat line there, except for that movement speed. And Chaos Lord is about 74 points, plus you're then going to have to buy their weapons, but they get a 4+ invulnerable save as well. Of course, you can opt to get a Squad of Fallen for him, which would be a power points cost of a 6, and they're an elite choice. And you have 1 champion and 4 Fallen. The difference between Fallen and normal Chaos Space Marines is their 2 attacks and their leadership of 8. They cost a bit more, and you can only have 10 in the unit instead of 20. They do have access to like lightning claws and combi weapons, and they can re-roll their hits of a 1 when shooting, which includes firing or Overwatch. So that's it for my review of Cypher. I thought I'd just squeeze in another Chaos Space Marine review. I'm going to be trying to do more Chaos Space Marine reviews, like the Raptors and the Bloodletters, Cultists, Chaos Spawn, maybe a Land Raider, maybe a Forge Fiend, possibly a Helldrake, and possibly a Rhino as well. I'm just going to try and do as many as I can from the new codex. Anyway, what do you guys think of the model? What do you guys think of his backstory? And, you know, is he really on the side of Chaos? Is he really on the side of the Imperium? Put all your thoughts and opinions down below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching Death to the False Emperor.